Viewer discretion is advised.
If you feeling like a pimp, niggas call pimp.
100.
Awesome sauce. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday night. I hope you're all doing well. Having a better day than I am today, because I had the day from hell today, up to about now. This is my favorite part of my Wednesday night, spending it with you guys, the awesome sauce family. Remember, we don't need sight to have a vision. It's not what happens to us, it's what we do about it. Remember, we all have the power to turn dream into reality. You know, so go chase your dreams. You just might catch them. We're going to kick ass, take names, pimp whores, gain fame. We're going to testify. Yeah. But before we get to the heart of the matter, and especially before 8:30, if certain people don't join the chat. I said I was going to shoot if you guys would at least acknowledge me in the chat by 8:30, so by the time Amazon goes off, TikTok, motherfuckers. But let's thank the sponsors, people who, without this podcast, would not be possible. First, I would like to thank the Big Apple Comic-Con. Big Apple Comic-Con returns to the Tangram Mall this weekend, July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Cosmic-Con. Javon Jordan, color artist extraordinaire, will be there. They also have a bunch of other cool guests, great vendors, and check out Calamity Collectibles. He'll be there. Tell him, to stop talking about 7-Elevens and cars for kids on Tuesday nights. I'd appreciate that. But www.bigapplecc.com for all the Cosmic Con awesomeness. Wasn't given a list of the days and times yet, but Big Apple CC is the place to be. Yeah, love those guys. Also, I want to thank Exotica Expo. Next Exotica takes place in Miami at the Airport Convention Center on July 14th, 15th, and 16th. All the porn stars will be there. Titties, vaginas, asses, toys, parties. It's going to be off the chain. It's the sexiest convention on God's green earth. It's happening in Miami, Scarface country, Tony Montana. Say hello to my little friend. In my case, my penis. www.exoticaexpo.com for all your Exotica Miami needs. Tell them what I'm saying. Also, want to give a big shout out to CBCS. CBCS is the grading company owned by Beckett. I'm happy because my comics that I submitted at Amazing Las Vegas Comic Con are finally being graded, so I wanted to give them a shout out. Also, want to give a shout out to Bad Dragon, www.bad-dragon.com. They are the world leader in sex toys, adult entertainment, pleasure products. You need to spice it up between the sheets. Then Bad Dragon be bringing the heat. As they testify, they got the wands, the watachis, they got hoodies and mugs. They have cock rings, because I need cock-a-doo. So go to bad-drgaon.com. Tell them what I'm saying. And I thank you guys for sponsoring me. And I'm going to be getting some products to show off on one of my platforms, so I don't think I can do what I want to do on YouTube. Damn safe for work, standards, and your practices. Also want to welcome a new sponsor to the show. We don't have all the I's dotted and T's crossed yet, but I love Eddie. So what you need to do is go check out Comics Exposure, comicsexposures.com. They are New York City's leading dealer variants, exclusives. Right now they're having an omnibus sale on their website, which I may have to take advantage of. They dropped with another good friend of the show, Epic Nation Collections. Whatnot Epic Nation Collection. They dropped a Wednesday, uh, nude, not safe for work, red lava foil variant, which was limited to 50 copies. I showed it last night with my buddy Mark, Calamity Collectibles. And you know, Comics Exposure is the real deal. So tell them Born Adam sent you. They got all the variants, exclusives, great books, great prices. They get my seal of approval. I mean, I shop with them. I dropped a couple $100 not too long ago with them. So, comicexposure.com, yo. Also, want to give a huge shout out to Miss Michaela Cox. Miss Michaela Cox, you can Google her. You can find her on Fancy, OnlyFans, Chatterbait, MiniVids, anywhere we need your materials to be theaters and masturbators. You go find the talented, the sexy, the busty all-star Miss Michaela Cox. Tell her what I'm saying. Also, I want to give a shout out to another member of the Awesome Sauce Radio family. Maya, please return the email or the text I sent you so we can take care of the rest of the business that makes Step Toro's delight a reality. And that would be, Maya Romero. She's Miss Romero 55, I think, on Instagram, Twitter. Just Google Maya Romero or Maya Romero 55 into your Googles. Do those searches. Check her out. Also, want to give a shout out to the Encounter Comics and Games. Oliver, I love you, brother. They're a great store up in Allentown. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Sapphire's Gentlemen's Club. They have a great lineup tomorrow night. They have Caitlin Bell. Caitlin Bell is so sexy. I'm going to try to get her for the podcast. But now I need to ask you, now that we have all the shout outs and sponsors and all that taken care of, I need to ask everyone in this room, especially the ladies, the ones with big blonde hair, blue eyes, big tits, nice thighs, the type of girl that will knock out most guys. We're going to ask this first video clip of the night. I'll play the Klondike bar video, and then I'll ask the question.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
What would you do, ma'am?
Oh, I'm waiting for my husband. I can stand here.
Okay, stand there.
Just stand here for a Klondike?
Uh-huh.
I don't have to act like a monkey.
Rich chocolate ice cream. Smothered in milk chocolate.
Well, all right. For that chocolate-coated ice cream, loaded big and thick, no room for a stick. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Hi, hon. Oh, can I have one?
Oh, yeah, just stand right here.
So my question is, what would you ladies, the one with the blonde hair, the blue eyes, the big tits, nice thighs, do for a Klondike bar? Would you suck a dick? Would you go face down, ass up, because that's the way we like to fuck? Would you let me, eat your vagina like it was one of those Klondike bars, going, yeah, I stretch those lips. Maybe put a little of the chocolate candy coating from the Klondike bar on your vagina and eat it out of there, because that's what I do. Yeah. So what would you do for a Klondike bar? See, because in order to make this fantasy into reality, that's all I need is a Klondike bar, a hot girl. She doesn't have to be a 10. She could be 5'2". So, we don't need like top shelf talent for this, but just a chick, blonde hair, blue eyes, big or medium sized titties, nice thighs, a video camera, a hotel room, preferably maybe the American Dream Hotel on 23rd Street in New York, because they're kind of cheap. And I can trade a Klondike bar. Because what would you do for a Klondike bar? For a blowjob. And that, my friends, is why we should love America. Because we can live that dream. We can take that idea. Because I'm going to ask a beautiful woman, what would you do for the Klondike bar? Would you spread your legs like a cheap whore? And let me go.
Left bracket 2023-06.
I don't know what the fuck that was all about. But we're going to make it happen, man. trading sex for Klondike bars. This is America. The streets are paved with gold. So my next thing is, are we all excited for Across the Spider-Verse tomorrow night? Because I can't wait. And I still haven't gotten my Spider-Man Whopper yet. I'm going to try to get it tomorrow, and I'm going to film my reaction while eating this damn thing. So I know people had it. They say it's like one of the grossest things they ever had because they made but the red coloring is actually beet juice. I have no clue what the fucking beet is, but that's another story. But Burger King is not the first time Spider-Man's had some weird food. I mean, he's got a history of weird food ever since the 1990s animated series starring Craig Barnes. If Al could please play the cereal commercial, I'd appreciate that.
Good, honey. Spider-Man. Whoa. Spider-Man cereal. Cool.
New Spider-Man cereal. It's the action-packed part of your balanced breakfast. Sweet, crunchy webs crawling with marshmallows like Hobgoblin's pumpkin bomb. And the Kingpin. It's an adventure at every bowl.
Get something? Nope.
Spider-Man cereal, swinging into a store near you. Now there's a free exclusive Clear Ultra Spider-Man card in specially marked pouches of Spider-Man cereal.
And I actually remember eating that back in '95. I don't remember what it tastes like. The thing that weirded me out is why do they have to make marshmallows like the Kingpin, yo? That I never got. Like the pumpkin bombs, I understood. The little marshmallows that were shaped like the spider tracers, I understood. But what's up, man? Kingpin doesn't need to be made into marshmallows. That's not cool. But the mid-'90s wasn't the only weird food for our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man back then. He also got some, at the next clip could be played, some fruit roll-ups. This commercial is awesome.
It was just another fruitful day at the Fruit Roll-Ups factory until...
Must say factory, I'm evil!
Uh-oh. Why don't they pick on someone their own size? Not this one.
It's new Marvel Comics Peel-Out with Spider-Man and villains so amazing you'll climb the walls. New Spider-Man Peel-Outs. What fun fruit roll-ups will we roll out with next?
I like that commercial better than the cereal commercial because Greg Barnes actually voiced Spidey in it. And no, my fat ass. So I'm fat and proud. Fat and proud, motherfuckers. Fat and proud.
JV Wheels is on it. The chat and says he's sorry he missed your call.
I know where it's JV. I was able to, and anyone who saw one of my posts on Facebook and on Instagram today, I just want to apologize. It was the comic book cover with the swastika was not what I meant to post. I got my pictures confused because I always don't have sighted help, and sometimes I have the patience of a 2-year-old. So my mother calls me. Hey, mommy, how you doing? She's like, that picture with the girl with the swastika, take that the fuck down fucking right now. There's people calling me, bitching and complaining. There's people, you're gonna get all your accounts shut down. Because you. It's like, yeah, mom, I'll delete it. So I'd like to thank JV Wheels. No harms, no foul. You're probably slinging Apple products. I get it. Also, I want to thank Calamity Collectibles because I was able to delete the post in question. And sometimes I make blindness mistakes. And from the bottom of my heart, if I offended anyone, I apologize. I fucked up. All right? It's just I meant to post a picture of me. God rest her soul, my friend Raven May. So, Raven May is an adult film star. I've shown the picture many, many times of me and her in the Batmobile from Exotica 2012. Around that time, we dated for a little bit. She's the only adult film star that almost got me this on from my entire family back in 2014. So maybe this is where Ray reminded me that she can still get me this on from my family. I don't know. But if anyone got offended, I apologize. All right. You see how easy it is just to admit when you're wrong and not have to you should cancel him. you know. But that's never then or now. But back to like I said, I wish roll up still existed, and I would kill for the relive some of my early 20s memories with some of these cool Spider-Man foods. But if you want to make the money, 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 yeah, yeah, money, money, yeah, yeah. Everyone, go follow I am JP Wheels on the internets. Love that guy. Uh, you know, I can't believe what some of this Spider-Man Burger King stuff is going for on eBay. If you can bring up the picture, please, that would be awesome to the sauce. This is a lot of the crowd, and I kind of wish I knew that they were doing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse crowns because I want a couple. There's a cup. There is, of course, an unused Whopper wrapper, which if I can get one before Sunday, because I'll be at Cosmic Con Friday and Saturday, I'm going to try to make it to Philly.
I think I see ketchup on the one that I think this wrapper is used. I see the ketchup on
Really?
the back. Yeah.
All right. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the
cup
Burger
is
King.
new.
I'm going to go to the Burger King in Times Square, and I'm gonna ask if I can buy a couple unused wrappers, so I can get them autographed by cast members that are doing the convention circuit during the convention season.
If they ask you why, you should just tell them that you like the feel of that, as bathroom tissue.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'm surprised at what. And then of course it's got the cup, and I know I need to see if it was a cool collectible cup, like hard plastic or glass, or was it a cheap fucking paper cup with Spider-Man images on it?
It is a cheap paper cup, my friend. I'm looking at it right now. I have it on screen. Yep, it's one of those cheap paper cups because you can see the seam from the inside.
Motherfucker. Burger King, what the I know I talked about this before, but if they're going to do a tadpole major blockbuster summer movie with a tie-in, A, the hamburger was weak. All right. B, we can't even get a good quality collector's cup. You gotta be cheap motherfucking idiots. Look at
Allow,
me. I'm gonna do a paper cup. Look at
allow me to
me.
say further. It's a paper straw.
Yeah.
One of those cardboard straws too. It's not even plastic, bro.
They outlawed plastic.
And it's red. Yeah, it's a red straw.
The environment. The only thing that this planet needs to get rid of is all the humans. Then the planet will heal.
Yes,
I said it. But I'm not gonna lie, this is a cool promotion, but it could have been so much better if they weren't being assholes. Look at me! I can have a red colored hamburger bun, and we'll just make a special, wrapper. What the fucking know? How about a variant comic book you can only get at Burger King like it did back in the day? One of my favorite things, and I have to restock them, is the Burger King ever did was the Empire Strike Back's trading cards. Back in when I was 4 or 5 years old. That and the old Empire Strike Back Return of the Jedi collector's glasses. Or better yet, and I think my brother has it at his house. Remember when Burger King back in the early 2000s did the SpongeBob? Everyone was still in the big SpongeBobs that Burger King had on their roofs. I mean, fast food, you motherfuckers have gotten lazy, yo. And as a proud fat guy, it angers me. As everyone's eating right, everyone's vegans and gluten free and working out. No one wants to be fat and proud no more. It pisses me off, yo. Seriously, you can't have good fast food tie-ins anymore. What's up with that? But enough of me rambling. Let's play. Let's go to the. They dropped a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer today, and I want to react to it. Let's all react to it.
I'm awesome. Boys, where have you been?
We're just running errands.
That's it?
Gotta talk, Adam.
Look, we're really sorry, Splinter. Some of the guys wanted to get pizza, and I tried to talk them out of it.
You ratted us out.
Hey,
Okay.
Don't use that word that way.
I mean, it's
No,
2023.
Sorry, Dad.
Hey guys, if we weren't monsters that were
Hey,
shunned by
Mason.
society and we could
Hello?
do what we wanted,
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It looks
High
like
school, maybe get a girlfriend.
Can you imagine
like
that?
animated claymation.
This is insane. Turtle Mutant Karate Teens. I want to know everything about you. Our dad is definitely not a giant rat. That makes me feel like he's a rat.
Police are baffled by the recent crime wave led by Superfly.
Nobody's ever seen his face.
Why?
Because he kills everyone who does.
Cool.
No, not cool.
A bit cool.
Can I kick it?
We take out Superfly, and then everyone will think we're cool. They'll accept us.
Can I kick it?
He's making a deal tonight under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Can I kick? Whoa. Kick.
What the? Y'all some little tortoises, huh?
I can't believe there are other mutants.
You want to roll with us? Humans are never gonna like us. So we gonna let the mutants rule the earth.
People's, they got to go.
Okay, sort of a twist.
We can't stop him.
We gotta try.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
My son, Michelangelo, you have heart. Donatello, you have wisdom. Raphael, you have bravery. And
This guy has
Leonardo,
an
honor.
87 animated vibe to it.
Dream about fighting every night.
You got a rage problem, right?
It's not a problem.
Your thoughts, Captain Mega?
Very unique animation. I'm digging the look of it. It was like at moments like a comic book with very heavy pencil lines, But then it also has that, like it has a claymation look with the animated overlay. You feel me?
Yeah.
The colors look rich. It has also those moments in action sequences where it looks painted. So it's very visual. It's a pretty looking film. I think it looks pretty. Let me see where the story goes.
I'm gonna need audio descriptive in order to enjoy its fullness.
Yeah, you should, because the scenery. I think the art is just fire.
I actually think, because this is one of Seth Rogen's babies. This is like a project he fought for, and it has a mix of everything that came before into it. I like the ending scene with Splinter, where he's like, Michelangelo, you're this, and Donatello, you got wisdom, and
Yeah, blind gold, you're a pimp. I know.
Hey, man. Damn right, man. I'm the one who sells the turtles their pizza and their women. That's how it rolls. But I'm looking forward to this. There's times that I think some of the comic book animated movies and stuff like this, he thinks just slightly better with live action sometimes. And it's not taking anything away. I just, the one movie, even with a little bit of spoilers that I got, I cannot wait for Across the Spider-Verse this weekend.
Yeah, people are digging it. Again. That animation came out. It was different. It was dope. I like where animation's going. Sometimes, we had that little while where we had that awful stuff. That example like that Thundercat style for that last animated. Like, please, what are you guys doing?
No.
So,
like I said,
I'm happy to see this stuff now. Please,
even like people who are associated with the Thundercats franchise, Don't even want to talk about that last run. That's the one question from my last Larry Kenny interview. I wish I could have taken back. Was asking you about the Jaga.
Yaga.
But live and learn. I love Larry. Yeah, I'm blessed through God to have him as a mentor.
Spanish people would laugh at that name Yaga because for us in Spanish that means wart.
Sweet.
So he was a wart.
But yeah, in a couple of weeks, the greatest criminal mind of our time, Ezra Miller, will be starring in another summer blockbuster movie. Hey man, he committed crimes. He got away with it.
Because he's not like others. He get away with it.
Like I said,
He's part of that club.
True that. Let's not get canceled now.
I'm not saying anything. All I said was part of that club, and I'm gonna just leave it there. You guys.
Yeah, we're definitely leaving it there. But you know what? There's two things I'm looking forward to as a lifelong fan of DC. And one of them is, of course, Michael Keaton reprising the role of Batman. But the other thing I'm really looking forward to is Michael Shannon returning as General Motherfucking Zod. Zod has been one of my favorite villains since I was a kid. Since I saw Terrence Stamp portray him in the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. He's always got people kneeling before him. He dominates. And we're going to go over some investment opportunities, because we're comic book investors. We're not speculators here on Awesome Sauce Radio. We're investors. All right? We be buying stuff to pimp, bitch. So, some of the comics on this week's Pimp Pen and Doom. These are some General Zod books that A, need more love. B, I'm surprised with how major a villain Zod is that these are so cheap. The first one is Adventure Comics 283. This is the first Silver Age General Zod, and the first appearance of the Phantom Zone as well. And this copy is a 4.0. It's under $500. And, I was just like, wow, I'm actually shocked. I thought, when you got things like Bizarro and Brainiac going for 4 digits, I'm surprised that this doesn't go higher in all grades. Because you all will kneel before Zod. I mean, that's why I want to make General Zod porn as well. Gonna get a hot girl like Sunny Lane or Blake Blossom to play Supergirl. Daughter of niece of Jor-El. You will kneel down before me. You will kneel before Zod. Then she'll give me a kryptonite condom. Fucking amazing, yo. The next book, and this is for everyone who cried and moaned and bitched and groaned. Why did Superman break his neck? Amazon, stop. Why did Superman break his neck? In Man of Steel. This is Superman number 22 from the 1980s. John Byrne goodness. And this is a 3-part story from issues 20, 21, 22, and 23. And Superman goes into a pocket universe where it's General Zod and his posse. General Zod has conquered and killed most of the Earth. And at the end of the story, in the comic book written by John Byrne in the late 80s and early 90s, hold me no, Superman kills him just like he did in Man of Steel. Ooh. So Superman would never do that in the comic books. So I'm going to tell you motherfuckers didn't read the comic books. And once again, this is a graded copy. And I should have looked at cover price before I went on here, but I was having the day from hell and I wasn't able to do my research on cover price. CoverPress.com, one of the greatest comic book websites you'll ever get your data from. Testify. Love those guys. But this is cheap to me, especially once again for a major villain of the Man of Steel. You know, Batman has his rogues gallery. Spider-Man has his. The Flash, the greatest rogues gallery in all comics. I said it. And Superman, he does his rogue gallery kind of sucks. And there's like 4 villains you need on the Mount Rushmore of Superman villains: Lex Luthor, Toyman, General Zod, Brainiac, everybody else. All right. And
Hey, Calamity's viewing, and he says, "Yes, invest in 7-Eleven."
I swear, at Cosmic Con this weekend, if anyone comes, bring 7-Eleven Slurpees, and just like pour them on his head. The next book on the General Zod pimp list is Action Comics 845. 844 is a good investment too, but we're going to focus on this is written by Jeff Jones and co-written by the director, God rest his soul, the Superman Brothers, Richard Donner. This brings in General Zod, Ursa, and Non in the DC continuity fully from the movies. And once again, why this is a $5 book, I have no clue. Especially since everyone loves the Christopher Reeves movie. In issue 844, they give the idea that another time when they gave Lois and Clark a son, they called him Christopher Kent to honor the late, great Christopher Reeves. And this is a great story. I think it ends in like issue 860, maybe. There's, I think it's Action Comics Annual 10, which tells the origin of On. Now, he's the big monster dude that was with the 10,000 villains in the movies and didn't talk. Well, it turns out Jeff Jones and Richard Donner had his brain lobotomized, which they referenced in the first Superman movie. So, you know, if you're a fan of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, these are must-buys. If you're into General Zod, and they're cheap. You can get them for $5 or less. You know, and last but not least on the pimp list, since first cover appearances is a thing now, you know, this is Supergirl 24 from the Bronze Age. And this is General Zod's first cover appearance. I did not know this today, and this is a book I'm now going to be looking for starting at Cosmic Con or the next Clifton Comic Expo, which is June 11th, www.njcomicbookshows.com. But enjoy The Flash, enjoy Ezra Miller, enjoy Michael Keaton, enjoy Zod, and I have an idea for some Zod porn, and that will be coming soon. But now about all the things on my hit list, with the exception of the one other thing, and I can congratulate Blake Blossom, the sexy, the talented, the voluptuous Blake Blossom on a scene that she filmed, which I wasn't able to sign the press part yet, but she's from talking about on her Twitter, BLKBLSSM. That's how it's spelled on Twitter. Look her up. Tell her Blind Adam sent you. And she done some DR, and she joined the Mile High Club. She fucked in a plane. So I just want to congratulate Blake Blossom on joining the Mile High Club, doing a VR scene, and I will be sending you an email to try to book you for something soon. But now, for why some of the people are in the chat, it's past 8:30, motherfuckers. And I have an open letter to Gary in Auto South. I want to know whose dick do I have to suck to have you guys return my fucking property, you ingrateful bastards. I've emailed you, I've called, I've messaged, nothing since January. January! That's all I want is you to return my DVD with my stolen film back. That's all I wanted. I mean, is that too difficult? You know, executives immediately, you guys are fired. You know, in case you haven't figured it out by now. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to thank you for all the help you gave me last year. But, you know, you guys were fun to work with, but you were also the most unprofessional, ungrateful, good for nothing, sanctimonious sons of worthless bitches I ever worked with at the same goddamn time. And I've been waiting 6 months to get this off my chest. But since other people in the chat, you know, week after week, you know, where are they? And blah, blah, blah. You know, you guys, you know, almost get me murdered in a crack hotel at Exotica last year. That wasn't good enough. You know, every time it was always something. And trust me, I feel for you. You guys are on my thoughts and prayers. One day, if you can learn how to become professional, maybe we can try this again. But I'm not a happy camper. I haven't been a happy camper with you motherfuckers. And I've given you guys countless times to work this out. But not returning a text, a message. I've given you my address to return the DVD several times. You know, let everything else be under the sweep, even though Mark and I, he's in the chat, you know, back at Big Apple Comic Con last year, back in December, we went out of our way to make sure that, you know, you guys had space on our table that we paid for, because you guys wanted to make some money and you want to get into selling collectibles and blah, blah, blah. First, you guys were 3 hours late. Then you guys, you know, the hats that you promised, you know, never showed up. You know, and we kept a box underneath the table to have ample room for you, which fucked up both our displays for that day. And it just, you know, once again, you know, unprofessional, not even so much as an I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. You know, we bent over backwards and you fucked us in the ass. It's unprofessional. It's not right. And, yeah, anyone who's watching who wants to let this get back to them, by all means, please. You know, that's all I want is the student film, which is my last physical copy that's at your fucking house. Get back to me. All right? I mean, granted, I have the unedited footage on a platform that's now obsolete. It's on a little, you know what? It's on one of those little tapes that you used to have when you had the little miniature recording tapes that you put into the digital into the cameras back in like 2004. Those mini tapes. I have more footage on that, so I don't even think I can recut it. So thank you, you fucking ass-ass cock-sucking motherfuckers. If you don't have a chance to work with Autumn South, do yourself a favor and run for the fucking hills. You fat, bloated, good-for-nothing piece of shit. And I'm done. I hope that you walk with Jesus. This is the last time I'm ever mentioning you two cock-sucking pieces of dog shit on my show. And no, because I want my property back. There's no way you can get it back to me by July 1st. I guess I'm gonna have to see your asses. So game on, bitches. And now with that, I am gonna say, come to Cosmic Con. I'm very blessed to have a friend like Calamity Collectibles in my life. You know, please, if you want to buy a Slurpee and dump it on his head, that would be funny. Or if you just want to drink a Slurpee with us as we talk and interview for future little mini episodes of the show, that would be cool too. Remember, we don't need sight to have a vision. You see, I feel good right now because I finally got like 100 pounds off my shoulder and I finally got it off my chest. So I thank you guys for letting this last part of the show be therapeutic. If you have people that are toxic in your lives, just cut them out. That's the best advice I can give. You know, because it's not what happens to you, it's what you do about it. And if you put good, loving, caring people with you, and granted, not everything's going to work out. You're not always going to see eye to eye. But, you know, if you build something together like a family and you really make it build and you all rise to the occasion like brothers, and it's like one of the greatest things in the world. You know, just remember, we only get one life. And the golden rule states, do unto others as you would do unto yourself. And your word is your bond. I learned that from the principle of Memphis. But the fucking Neymar. Purius Rex and shit. Neymar needs a porn parody too. That would be awesome. Him finally getting some love from Sue Storm. That would be sweet. But I thank you all for tuning in. I love you all. Keep one foot in the gutter, one fist in the gold. Be too hot to handle, be too cold to hold. I love you all. Blind out, I'm out.